G'day guys, what's going on? I'm the Gaming Chook, and today I will be playing with my brother's account, which is Uberstrike. And my brother used to play quite a bit, but he hasn't played of late just because he's been busy and stuff. So I've decided to start using his account as he has some pretty rare weapons, and a lot of people ask to use mine and my brother's account because we got these old weapons when we started playing the game. And yeah, people just want them, like the Jericho and the Death Hammer and stuff like that. I'm personally very glad that I spent money on the game, albeit a waste at the time. But yeah, it was very nice to sort of have a bit of an advantage over these players. Not that there's that much an advantage to have, seeing as they're basically all kids from the Philippines who don't speak English and don't play just as well. No offense to them, but like seriously, what is he doing? Well, he's just standing there. He just let himself die. I mean, like, what is that? Does he know what WAS and D are? I would like to say that I'm a good player, but like, unfortunately, I'm probably just looking good in comparison to how terrible these guys are. So I'm not going to brag too much. Anyway. By the way, if you are hearing noises of chooks in the background, you are hearing them. Yes, they're my chooks. I like chooks. My name is Chooka. So, yep, that should explain enough. So the loadout that my brother uses is the AWP Black, the Death Hammer, the Uzi, and the Bradford's Broadsword. Now, I kind of like that he uses the Bradford's Broadsword because weapons like the Mythic Edge and stuff are just way too overpowered, and when you have too many overpowered weapons in your loadout, you just, I don't know, it's just unfair for everybody else. Not that they could play if they ever tried, or that I could, as a matter of fact. But I often wonder what they're doing when they're just sitting there waiting to be killed. I'm like, are you texting someone? Are you watching a video? Like, what's going on there? I do apologise for the lag. It kind of happens when I'm recording. But yeah, there's not a lot I can do about that. My ping is actually pretty good. However, I will keep killing people, and I will keep entertaining you with luck. Bit of a dud shot there. One thing that I've been trying to do is what the Dead Clan are famous for, which is try and no-scope with my AWP in the air. So basically air no-scope. It's a very hard thing to do. Oh, yeah, very close, but just without the scope, it's hard to aim that weapon. Oh, I keep hitting the sand. Okay, he is dead. With a nice little shot to the head. Okay, good. But if you can no-scope correctly, like this, oh, like that, just like that, like that! If you can no-scope like that, it makes you a very formidable opponent. Sorry, I'm still a little bit hungover from last night. Makes you a very formidable opponent like that, and hopefully like this. Just let myself be killed there. It makes you a formidable opponent. Jeez, I can't speak this morning because when you zoom, it zooms in a hell of a lot, which is good for long distance. But you really can't zoom in at close distance. And if you can no-scope, then people will just literally leave the game when you join. They will just leave. I mean, on my other account, which is Captain Chook, a lot of people know me because I've been playing for a fair while, and I'm reasonably good at the game. And yeah, as soon as they see my name, they just leave the game. I'm like, well, where's all the fun at now? What do I do now? So I often just end up playing with a select group of players. And that was my first death due to negligence on my part, as I was basically standing there rambling on about stuff that you probably don't want to hear about. Now there is a downside to... Oh shit, I can't aim for crap. Apologies for the French. I speak another language. Australian French, mate. Yep. Alright. So the downside to having weapons like the Death Hammer and the Jericho, which I have on my other account, is that people will ask you for your account 30, 40, 50 times a day And if you do not give it to them, they will start begging. And then they'll become really emotionally manipulative and pretty much make you feel as bad as they possibly can, just so that they can use your account. Yeah. I shall not try to snap like that. I am terrible at that. The reason why I don't use the Uzi much, which, as you've just seen, is because it's more of a finisher weapon, to be honest, and I try to get one-shot kills. And if you're going to use it to start killing them, it takes a long time, and you got to aim for a long time too. People consider it like a bit of a noob OP weapon, but I reckon it's kind of hard to shoot people like that. I mean, how easy is it just to get one shot with the AWP like that and just kill somebody, then go like this, aim for this whole amount of time while the... Not that that was hard, but, you know, if he was an OP player, if he was a good player, sorry, not OP, then he would have easily had the time to get out of there, get some more health, come back and one-shot you. So that's why I don't use it much. I mainly use it as a finisher. Nevertheless, good weapon for sure, and I have it on about 3 accounts. I use about 3 accounts mainly because I've got different weapons on them. This is my brother's account. He doesn't really play much anymore, so I have the Death Hammer on this account, which is very nice, as you can see. I almost shot a dead body and another dead body. And I have the Jericho on my Captain Chooka account. And those weapons are not available anymore for purchase. So, yeah, I tend to just switch accounts and use the different weapons I have on those accounts. I do wish that I had bought like the Uber Hammer. I'm kind of kicking myself, because it's a bit hard to aim with the Uber Hammer. It's blocks your vision a lot. And he got his kill, which I was probably more kill stealing there, which is not a nice thing to do. Right, so here's where the Uzi comes in handy. I got about 90 damage into it. Oh, it would have come in handy if the game didn't end. I got about 90 damage into him. I'd say, being a typical player with no armor, he probably would have had about 10 left, unless he picked up some armor. Then I can just run along and finish him off with the Uzi, which is easy. I just, you know, it's a bit of a noob weapon. You just splatter it everywhere. And, yeah, finish him off just very nicely. So 60, and then I'll just finish him off with the Uzi. Very, very effective weapon. Once again, it feels a little bit too, I don't know, OP-ish for me sometimes, even though I'm using the most OP weapons in the game. It does feel a little bit OP, so I don't try to use it much if I can help it, especially against these new players. Like, even though these weapons, like say the AWP and the Death Hammer, you know, they're extremely powerful, I wouldn't really call them new weapons, because you've got to be extremely skilled at aiming to be able to hit someone like that. You know, I'm fairly good at aiming with that sort of stuff. So if you are a good enough aim, then I'd say good on you. If you're going to use those weapons, you know, you've got to be good to be able to. And like, what's with that? She just stands there and just doesn't move. Like, do you not realise that you're being killed? Do you not realise that you are going to die if you do not move? I don't know what's up with people and stuff. The key to surviving on Uberstrike is moving. Oh, that was a shit shot. Is moving quickly and picking up health. And people don't seem to understand that, which baffles my mind, because I really don't know what the world is coming to if someone can't figure that out by themselves. Nevertheless, I'll go back to being terrible at the game. Oh, I'm missing every shot. And then you sort of get those moments when you can't miss, and other times, which is me at the moment, you get those moments where you just can't aim. It's usually one or the other. And someone else got the kill. Just before I was kind of in a can't miss mode, and now I'm a bit of can't aim mode, as you just seen. I will try to get her from here. Highly unlikely, as I can't aim right now, as you can see. One thing that you can have an advantage of over other players is shooting from the air, which I can't do, but if you can do it, it's cool. Because people don't expect you to be able to do that. Like, they think that if you're in the air for some reason, you are incapable of aiming, which is not true, because the clan that I'm in, which is SAS, they're basically all masters at air shotting, and they will just jump up with a spring grenade like so and just shoot you in the air. The flip side to that is that when you're in the air, you're vulnerable, and you haven't got a great moving capacity. So if someone is trying to hassle you in the air, if you are good at shooting people in the air, which I'm not so good at, then you have an advantage over them by a long shot, and they will not expect it. And if you can do it over and over again, they're likely to get frustrated and rage quit, as so many players do on this game. Okay, so this is really not my greatest score ever, and I cannot aim for crap right now. Oh my god, alright. I mean, I just shot him. He didn't even look around. Like, what is with that? It seriously baffles my mind. It might be lagging a bit. My ping's pretty good, but he may be lagging. I'm not sure. Looks like there's a bit of lag. So I can't strictly remember what I was talking about before. Not that it matters or it is of great importance. But basically, if you can shoot people while they're in the air, you immediately have the advantage over them, like that person just did to me. But I get the feeling that someone's hacking just because of the way that I was killed and how quickly the shots came. Yep, someone's hacking, and it is Age of Samurai. I'm going to stop playing now because I don't appreciate playing with hackers, and I certainly don't want to change teams and then help them out. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be making more soon, and please subscribe to watch any more. Thanks.